So what section of the law are you detaining me on now?
I'm detaining you.
On what section of the law?
If you stop shouting...
I do not need to stop because you are holding me up in the street.
In this episode, Auditor Reggie delivers one of his funniest audits to date. He positions himself outside a police station, recording legally from public land, despite a ridiculous no cameras or video equipment sign slapped on the wall. But Reggie doesn't stop there. He whips out an Xbox controller to trick the officers into believing he's piloting a drone. And like clockwork, they fall for it instantly. In moments, bewildered officers swarm him, detain him without lawful grounds, and end up embarrassing themselves completely.
Look at that there, guys. No cameras or video recording equipment outside. How crazy is that?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm just asking you what you're doing, sir. If you're flying a drone over police premises, that is illegal. There's signage there telling you can't. And use cameras there.
Come on, mate. Leave me alone to my day. No, it's not against the law at all.
There are signs there.
What are you doing? Circling me like this?
I want to know who you are. Because
you don't need to know who I am. I'm a member of the public. Have you committed? Have you suspected me of committing a criminal offence?
I do, yes.
What is that?
You're photographing the police premises.
From a public space?
With a drone over into a private space, which therefore makes it illegal. There's a sign there that tells you that, sir.
It's not. This is not off the limits of the drone assist app. You don't control the airspace, you know.
And neither do you.
Yes, but if you've got a licence to fly a drone over there, you can do.
What does that sign say, sir?
Mate, that's inside.
What does that sign say?
That's inside the building.
The officer's conduct here is downright embarrassing. He treats a random sign as if it were an actual law, then escalates further by accusing Reggie of flying a drone. Any competent officer would observe before acting, but this one jumps into enforcement mode based on pure assumption. Had he spent just 10 seconds paying attention, he would have seen Reggie was holding a gaming controller, not a drone transmitter. On top of that, the drone assist app Reggie referenced clearly displays restricted flight zones, and this police station isn't listed. Under Article 95 of the Air Navigation Order, drone use is legal as long as the pilot follows CIA guidelines, keeps line of sight, and maintains safe distance. In other words, nothing unlawful happened here except the officer's ignorance.
No, it's inside the yard.
Yes. So you're saying I can't stand here filming like this today?
You can stand here and film that, yes.
And there's no difference in the sky.
If you're flying a drone over, that's different. Stop. Stay where you are, sir.
Are you detaining me?
I want to know who you are.
I'm not telling you I am. I don't need to tell you I am.
Until I have established the fact whether you've committed an offence or not.
Well, you need to tell me what the offence is.
You have. I've just pointed that out. You're flying a drone over a
Have you seen a drone?
Space. That's what I need to ascertain if you have one or not.
I didn't say I had a drone. So are you?
What's the device in your
I don't need to tell you what this device is. Are you detaining me?
Aggressive, sir.
I'm not being aggressive. Are you detaining me now?
At the moment, you're detained until I have ascertained whether you have committed an offence.
And what is that offence?
Whether you've committed an offence contrary to filming in a restricted space or not.
I haven't been filming.
I need to ascertain whether you have had a drone over the restricted rear police yard.
And do you know, you need to go and check your laws because you don't control the airspace.
This is where the officer's judgment completely falls apart. The moment Reggie simply changes his position, the officer blocks him and soon after declares he's detained. But let's be clear, he hasn't seen a drone, hasn't heard one, and has zero evidence of any offense. His justification? He thinks Reggie might be flying one. That isn't reasonable suspicion. That's pure speculation. Reggie's calm response dismantles the claim instantly. If there's no drone, what exactly is he being detained for? The reality is simple. The officer is acting on impulse, not law. And to make it worse, drone regulation isn't even within police jurisdiction. It's governed by the Civil Aviation Authority. So not only is the detention baseless, it's carried out by someone enforcing rules that aren't even his to enforce.
I didn't say I was flying a drone. You have said that.
And I said I need to ascertain whether you...
Am I free to go?
Not at the moment.
So what section of the law are you detaining me on now?
I'm detaining you...
On what section of the law?
If you stop shouting...
I do not need to stop because you are holding me up in the street.
Yes, I am.
For what reason? You need to be clear about that. Go on.
You, I believe, have been filming contrary to the rules and the law that's allowed there over into a police space. If you haven't had a drone, That's perfectly fine, sir. If you are baiting police officers in your auditor capacity, then we can let you go.
So you're not going to abuse the power anymore, are you?
I need to ascertain whether you've had a drone or not.
I didn't say I was flying a drone. You made that assumption.
I didn't make that assumption.
Yeah, you did. Who said I was flying a drone?
I said I need to ascertain.
Well, you ascertain that. How long am I going to be detained for, and what law are you detaining me under? That's what I need to know, officer, because you're breaking a rule here. Let me know the law that you're detaining me on.
Stop shouting him.
I know, I'm being clear and assertive in my voice. I'm not an aggressive person.
No, you're being verbally aggressive.
Verbally aggressive? Are you a snowflake or what? How have I been aggressive to you? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 constables surrounding me, and you're saying I'm aggressive?
Moments earlier, he was certain Reggie was flying a drone, talking like he just caught him red-handed. But the second Reggie starts asking for actual facts, that confidence evaporates. Suddenly, the officer isn't so sure anymore. What began as bold accusations quickly turns into backpedaling, proving the suspicion was never grounded in evidence, just ego.
You have. I've just pointed that out. You're flying a drone over a
Have you seen a drone?
Suddenly, it's no longer you're flying a drone. It becomes I need to ascertain if you were. That instant backtrack says it all. He's realized he's detained someone with zero evidence and is now desperately rewriting his own words to make it sound lawful. And when Reggie calls him out, the officer only sinks further. Under Pace Code, an officer must clearly state the grounds, object, and legal power for any detention or search at the earliest opportunity. This officer does none of that. Instead, he panics and tries to deflect, accusing Reggie of shouting to cover up his own blunder.
I want to get on with my day. That's all I need to know.
And I just need to ascertain whether you have a drone or not.
What
Please
law?
answer the question.
I don't answer questions.
Right, so
I've told you that.
So you're an auditor baiting police officers because you've got nothing better to do, sir.
Nothing better to do. So you're bringing your opinion rather than your professional standards.
At the moment,
that's yes. So I'm baiting you, am I?
It appears so at the moment, yes.
So what, I've reeled you in, have I? What law am I free to go? What law are you keeping me on today?
I've seen the device in your hand now, and I'm happy that's not a drone controller at the moment.
Do you know what that is? That's an Xbox controller.
That's fine. Now you've let me see that. I can let
What
you
law did you detain me on? That's what I need to know before I go.
I've detained you under Section 25 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act to ascertain whether you'd committed an offence, whether you were continuing to commit an offence, and ascertain your name and address.
You needed suspicion at the beginning to do that.
I did have a suspicion that you were flying a drone over the building, hence you were looking over.
Guess what I'm doing in the next 20 minutes? I'm coming back with my drone because this is not restricted on the CAA website. You know that, don't you?
After detaining Reggie, lecturing him, and confidently insisting he was flying a drone, the officer finally bothers to actually look and realizes it's just an Xbox controller. Any professional would apologize or admit they jumped the gun. Not this one. Instead, he tries to save face with the line, "Now that I've seen that, I can let you go." Let you go? He could have seen it the entire time. But he wasn't interested in facts. He was interested in control. This wasn't investigation. It was intimidation. He expected Reggie to fold, but Reggie wasn't letting it slide. When he asked what law he was detained under, the officer panicked and blurted out Section 25 of PACE, which has nothing to do with drones. That section only applies when someone commits an offense and refuses to give their name. Neither happened here.
I can fly over this police station.
It depends on what your intent on flying.
No. I've got a license for a drone, right?
Yes, you have.
Right? So it's not for you to say that I've got some ill intent. I've come in with bare face.
But
so you just broke rules today.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you have. You detain me.
Can you let
Am
me
I
speak?
detained now?
No, you're not. You can freely leave now.
Can I? Right.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Get back to work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get back to work.
To ascertain whether there was intent.
False detainment. So we'll be putting a complaint in.
Carry on, sir.
What was your basis of this of the detainment?
I thought
To
you
ascertain.
already told you what
What's it got to do with you?
To ascertain your
you're
intent.
just being argumentative.
Argumentative? He detained me.
I did, yes.
For what reason? A game box bloody controller in my hand? You're pathetic.
No, you are, sir, because you've got nothing better to do. Good day.
Good day. Ciao.
Absolutely.
Absolute idiot. Oh, come on, give us some more. Come on.
After being unlawfully detained over an Xbox controller, Reggie rightfully informs the officer that he'll be filing a complaint for false detention, a completely reasonable response after the nonsense he just endured. But instead of responding with professionalism or even basic self-control, The officer throws a full-blown tantrum. He snaps back, calling Reggie pathetic. And as he walks away, he doubles down with a spiteful, absolute idiot under his breath. That isn't frustration. That's contempt. IT reveals a mindset far more dangerous than a simple mistake. Once the detention ended, discipline should have taken over. Calm, neutral, accountable, that's the standard. But when someone in uniform thinks childish insults are an acceptable response to their own mistake, retraining isn't enough. People with tempers like that shouldn't be given authority, let alone a badge.
Can I have your shoulder number, Constable?
154.
154. We love you, Constable.
Thank you.
Very professional.
Likewise.
Can I have your call number, please, miss?
5237.
And who are you like? What powers have you got?
Yeah.
None at all. None at all, lovey. I can stand there all day, you know that, don't you?
Yeah, but your television screen isn't there, lad. Your television screen's at home.
So I'm recording into here now. What can you...
realise that your television for your Xbox is at home, not in here.
Exactly. So why did you come out then? We reeled you in, didn't we? Good and proper. Here, look. Hey! No way. See what I mean, guys? So yeah, detained under Section 25 apace. What would you say about that?
With everything captured crystal clear on camera, this could have easily turned into a serious legal case. Had Reggie pursued it, he likely would have received anywhere from £2,000 to £5,000 for unlawful detention and breach of rights. Possibly more if aggravated damages were added for humiliation and false accusation. It's the kind of case a police force would quietly settle before it ever reached court. And that's what makes this encounter so alarming. It wasn't just one bad decision. It was a perfect example of how quickly assumption can override law. Reggie wasn't acting aggressively or suspiciously. He was literally holding an Xbox controller in public. Yet somehow, that was treated as grounds for detention, questioning, and embarrassment. The saddest part? It was completely avoidable. All the officer had to do was look properly for 10 seconds. No drama, no conflict, no video, no photo. But instead of verifying facts, he defaulted to enforcement mode, a reflex that's becoming far too common in policing. That kind of attitude doesn't just waste time. It erodes public trust and turns innocent citizens into targets of ego-driven authority that Reggie's calm composure throughout deserves real credit. Most people would have snapped after being wrongly accused, detained, and insulted, but he stayed firm, lawful, and composed. That's the power of auditing. These videos aren't made to provoke. They're made to expose. Because without people like Reggie, we'd never see how often training collapses in real-world situations. And that's the real takeaway. Whether or not he takes legal action, Reggie has already achieved something more powerful. He exposed the truth, not in court, but in public view, where thousands can judge for themselves. He didn't need a payout to win, he already did. In the court of public opinion, where accountability finally has no place to hide.